To answer the questions about potion number 194, we need to go into some wacky wizard lore. Once upon a time, when the Oasis was young, and they still did updates, the map looked completely different than it does now. There was still a lake though. And they did an update in 2021 maybe, where they added a character next to the lake and his name was Dumpster Diver Dan, and he believed in aliens. Dan lived in a sort of tent near the lake, and he had a fire nearby where he would cook frogs, and he had a beard and a mustache and a goofy hat. And he had a dumpster. Yeah, because that was like his name, part of his name. Anyway, he would hang out by the dumpster and he would talk to anybody who came by about aliens. And he would say things like, aliens are real, blah, blah, blah. They abducted me or something and did experiments. And he'd say stuff like that. And eventually, if you survived the conversation, he'd say something like, brew this up and they will abduct you too. And then he would give you a special ingredient called the cow hat. Because aliens notoriously love cows. So you could disguise yourself as a cow with the cow hat ingredient by making potion number 194. Once you had the cow hat, you could take it back to your cauldron, throw it in, and make a potion that would turn you into a really creepy looking cow. And then the aliens who were flying around would abduct you. Once you made it onto the alien ship, which was sometimes difficult, you'd of course you'd have to go through an obby. So you'd be on this conveyor belt with like laser lights, and it would scan you to make sure that you were actually a cow. And basically you just had to make your way through this obby. Then you would have to sneak past some alien guards, one of whom I think was sleeping. And then make your way into the control room and hit the self-destruct button to basically blow up the mothership and return to your cauldron. The screen would go black and then you'd wake up back at your cauldron, and in your hand would be the alien parasite ingredient, which is still available as a legacy ingredient. Unfortunately, the cow hat that you need to make potion number 194 is gone. So it's one of those event ingredients that you can't get anymore, sort of like the 2022 pumpkin that I'm very sad about and talk about way too much. So anyway, that is all about potion 194 and some wizard lore. So hopefully that helped explain things. I know it's probably not what you wanted to hear, but at least now you understand what it was, what it did, and what happened. See you next time. Stay wacky.